tingling feet, calf cramps that wake you up at 2 a.m., cold toes even when the room is warm, and by evening, that heavy, dragging feeling in your legs like you're walking through wet sand. If you're over 60, you might shrug and say, that's just age. But these can be early red flags that your circulation is struggling, and when circulation keeps declining, the risks aren't small. Blood clots, slow healing wounds, nerve damage, and in some cases, stroke-level events. Now here's the twist. A lot of seniors are taking magnesium for these symptoms, and taking it in a way that quietly makes the problem worse. What if I told you it's not that magnesium is bad, it's that most people take the wrong form at the wrong time for the wrong reason, and they miss the one vitamin that actually helps open the blood flow pipes in the legs. I'm Dr. Eva Ross, and in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the 5 warning signs your leg circulation is already compromised, the common magnesium mistakes after 60, and the one vitamin that can support healthier blood flow, starting with food you likely already have at home. Before we dive in, drop a comment. What's your age, and where are you watching from? And hit subscribe because I share simple, evidence-informed strategies every week to help you stay mobile, sharp, and independent after 60. Now let's make this simple. Think of your circulation like a highway system. When the highway is clear, oxygen and nutrients reach your feet and muscles on time. You feel warm, steady, and energized. But when the lanes narrow, because arteries stiffen, plaque builds, blood thickens from dehydration, or veins don't push blood back up efficiently, traffic slows. And the first signs are easy to miss. Poor circulation in the legs usually comes from a mix of things: aging vessels, high blood pressure, diabetes or insulin resistance, smoking history, long sitting hours, certain medications, and plain old low movement. It develops quietly, a little swelling, a little coldness, a little numbness. People ignore it for years, but your body's not being dramatic, it's being specific. So I'm going to walk you through 5 warning signs that often appear in a pattern, each one more serious than the last. If you recognize yourself, don't panic. Use this as a wake-up call. Warning sign number 1, skin and nail changes. Look at your feet and ankles. Are they paler than they used to be? Slightly bluish? Do you see dark patches, shiny skin, or nails that grow slower and get brittle? This isn't cosmetic. It's often a sign your tissues aren't getting enough oxygen-rich blood. And when oxygen delivery drops, healing slows, so tiny cuts become stubborn, and infections become more likely. Warning sign number 2, cramps with walking, or cramps at night. If you get a tight grabbing pain in the calves when you walk and you have to stop to let it ease, that can be a classic oxygen debt signal. Your leg muscles are asking for more blood than your narrowed vessels can deliver. Nighttime cramps can also be a clue. They're not always just magnesium. They can be your muscles crying out for steady circulation, hydration, and nerve support. Warning sign number 3, pins and needles, tingling, or numbness. That buzzing sensation in the toes, especially after sitting, can mean the nerves are irritated or underfed. Nerves need blood flow just like muscles. When circulation is poor or blood sugar has been high for years, nerves struggle. Over time, numb feet become a balance problem, and balance problems become falls. Warning sign number 4, cold feet on warm days. If your feet feel icy in summer, that's a strong signal that warm blood isn't reaching the extremities effectively. Sometimes it's arterial narrowing, sometimes it's poor microcirculation. Either way, cold feet are not a personality trait, they're a circulation report card. Warning sign number 5, visible vein issues and heavy legs. Bulging varicose veins, spider veins, ankle swelling, and that tired, heavy feeling by the end of the day often point to weak vein valves. Blood pools in the lower legs instead of moving upward. This can also increase discomfort, itching, restless legs, and nighttime throbbing. Now, if you're experiencing multiple signs, especially pain with walking, non-healing sores, sudden one-leg swelling, or new shortness of breath, please speak with a clinician promptly. Ask about a simple vascular exam. In many cases, an ankle brachial index or an ultrasound can identify problems early. All right, now let's talk about magnesium, because this is where many well-meaning seniors get trapped. Magnesium is important. It helps muscles relax, supports nerves, and plays a role in blood vessel tone. So why would I say you're taking it wrong? Because most people use magnesium like a hammer. I have cramps, so I take a big dose at night. Or I have tingling, so I keep adding more. But magnesium isn't a magic key. It's one part of a system, and the wrong approach can backfire. Here are the 4 most common magnesium mistakes I see after 60, and I want you to listen closely here, because this is where good intentions turn into hidden problems. First, magnesium from food behaves differently than magnesium from high-dose pills. Food magnesium comes packaged with fiber, water, and other minerals. It tends to absorb steadily. Supplements can hit the gut like a wave, especially on an empty stomach. Second, circulation symptoms often have more than one cause. You can have cramps from low magnesium, yes, but you can also have cramps from dehydration, low potassium, low sodium from diuretics, low iron, nerve irritation, and reduced blood flow. If you treat a 5-cause problem with one pill, you'll feel stuck. Third, there are medication timing traps. Magnesium can bind to certain medications in the gut and reduce absorption. That doesn't mean never take it, but it does mean spacing matters. If you take thyroid medication, certain antibiotics, or osteoporosis meds, ask your pharmacist how far apart to separate them. Now let's upgrade those 4 mistakes into a simple, safer rule set. Mistake number 1, taking the cheapest form and assuming it's the best. Magnesium oxide is common, but it tends to be poorly absorbed and more likely to upset your stomach. If it rushes through you, you don't absorb much, and you can lose fluids. And when you're dehydrated, your blood gets thicker, circulation slows, and cramps can get worse. Mistake number 2, taking too much too fast. High supplemental doses can cause loose stools, and chronic loose stools can quietly dehydrate you. Remember, circulation is a fluid problem. If you lose fluid, blood flow suffers. Start low, go slow, and if you have kidney disease, do not self-dose supplements. Your body may not clear excess magnesium safely. Mistake number 3, taking it at the wrong time. If magnesium knocks you out but your legs still cramp, you might be masking a bigger issue, like low daytime movement, low protein, low electrolytes from diuretics, or poor circulation. For some people, splitting a dose with food earlier in the day is gentler and more consistent than a single bedtime blast. Mistake number 4, using magnesium to treat circulation when you actually need to open the pipes. Magnesium can help relaxation, but it doesn't reliably reverse narrowed arteries or sluggish blood flow on its own. That's why some seniors say, I took magnesium for months and nothing changed. And they weren't failing, they were targeting the wrong lever. Mistake number 5, ignoring the blood flow basics. I'll say it plainly. If you're dehydrated, sedentary, and low in protein, magnesium will never feel like the answer. Your circulation needs volume, pumping, and vessel flexibility. That means water, movement, and nutrition every day. Here's a quick self-check you can do right now. Press your thumb on the top of your foot for 2 seconds and release. The skin should pink back up quickly. If it stays pale longer than expected, or if one foot is clearly colder than the other, that's information to take seriously. Another clue is the sock line. If your socks leave deep grooves by afternoon, that pooling can signal venous congestion. Now, I'm not asking you to diagnose yourself. I'm asking you to stop dismissing signals. And if you're taking magnesium, here's the smarter approach. Choose food first magnesium most days. Pumpkin seeds, leafy greens, beans, yogurt, nuts. If you supplement, use a modest dose with a meal and watch your bowels and hydration. Pair magnesium with daytime calf pumping, 20 slow calf raises twice per day. And if you're on diuretics or you have kidney problems, treat supplements like medicine, only with guidance. All right, now for the missing piece. The one vitamin that supports leg circulation after 60, especially when cold feet, heavy legs, and walking cramps are part of the picture, is vitamin B3, also called niacin. Now let me be clear, vitamin B3 is not a miracle cure, and it's not for everyone at high doses, but it has a unique ability. It can promote vasodilation, meaning it helps blood vessels relax and widen, so blood can move more freely into the legs and feet. Think of it like this. Magnesium is like calming the driver. Vitamin B3 is like widening the road. When blood vessels widen, tissues get more oxygen. That can help reduce that heavy leg fatigue, support warmer feet, and improve the burn some people feel when walking, especially when the issue is poor blood delivery. Vitamin B3 also has a long history of use in cholesterol management because it can influence blood lipids in certain contexts. And that matters because plaque buildup is one of the biggest reasons circulation declines in the first place. Now here's something important. Many seniors don't get enough B vitamins from food, especially if appetite is low, protein intake is low, or digestion is weaker. So symptoms get labeled aging when nutrition is part of the story. So where do you get vitamin B3? Food first. Here are practical kitchen-level sources: chicken or turkey, tuna, salmon, eggs, peanuts, almonds, mushrooms, and fortified whole grains. And here's a simple day of eating that boosts B3 without drama. Breakfast, 2 eggs with spinach. Snack, a small handful of almonds. Lunch, chicken salad with olive oil and vegetables. Snack, tuna on whole grain crackers. Dinner, salmon with roasted vegetables. Now about supplements, this is where I want you to be smart. Niacin supplements can cause a flush, warmth and redness of the skin. That flush is usually harmless, but it can feel intense. Slow-release forms can reduce flushing, but they can carry different risks. And high-dose niacin should only be used with medical supervision, especially if you have liver issues, gout, diabetes, or you take blood thinners or blood pressure medications. One more safety detail. For most adults, the tolerable upper limit for niacin from supplements is 35 mg per day, because above that, the chance of flushing and side effects rises. Therapeutic cholesterol doses are much higher and should be treated like a prescription with lab monitoring. And please don't chase. More is better. Newer research has raised concerns that excessive niacin exposure may not be harmless for the heart in every person, which is another reason to avoid megadosing on your own. Also note, flush-free niacin is often a different form, niacinamide, that may not produce the same flushing response. If you're confused, talk with your pharmacist before you buy anything. So what do I recommend for most people watching? Start with food. Then pair it with the lifestyle stack that makes circulation improve, because nutrients work best when your daily habits stop fighting your body. Here's the circulation stack I want you to use for the next 14 days. Move for 5 minutes every hour, walk, march in place, or do calf raises at the counter. Hydrate earlier in the day. Your blood cannot flow well if you run thick. Add protein at 2 meals. Muscles and vessels need building blocks. Reduce ultra-processed salt and sugar snacks. These inflame vessels. Elevate legs for 10 minutes in the afternoon if swelling is an issue. Now let me tell you about Margaret, 67 years old. She told me, "Dr. Ross, my feet are ice at night, my calves cramp, by evening my legs feel like bricks." She had been taking magnesium oxide at bedtime, big dose, every night. It helped her fall asleep, but she was also having loose stools in the morning. She didn't connect it. Over weeks, she was slightly dehydrated and her circulation symptoms worsened. We made 3 changes. We switched her magnesium form to a gentler, better absorbed option, lowered the dose, and split it with food. We added B3-rich foods daily, chicken or fish plus a handful of nuts, and we added a simple hourly movement rule. Okay. Week 2, fewer night cramps. Week 4, warmer feet and less heaviness by evening. Week 8, she could walk longer without that tight calf pain, and her sleep improved because the cramps stopped waking her up. That's not magic. That's correcting the system. Now, if you don't eat meat or fish, you can still get B3 from peanuts, mushrooms, whole grains, and nutritional yeast. But you need to be intentional, and a clinician can help you choose a safe B complex if needed. Let's finish with a simple action plan you can start today. Step 1, stop megadosing magnesium at night. If you're using a big bedtime dose, especially if it causes diarrhea, that can worsen dehydration and circulation. Step 2, choose one B3-rich food today: eggs at breakfast, tuna at lunch, chicken at dinner, or almonds as a snack. Step 3, do the 5-minute hourly movement rule. Your calf muscles are a second heart. When they squeeze, they pump blood upward. Step 4, track the 5 warning signs. Cold feet, heavy legs, tingling, walking, cramps, skin changes. Notice what improves. Step 5. Get checked if the signs are advanced. Pain with walking, sores, sudden swelling, chest symptoms, don't guess. And one last reminder, if you ever get sudden one-leg swelling, a hot, painful calf, chest pain, or sudden shortness of breath, treat it as urgent and get medical help right away. Circulation problems are manageable until they aren't. No hero stuff today. If this video helped you, hit like. It tells the platform to show this to more seniors who need it. Now comment your age and where you're watching from, and tell me, which symptom hit you the hardest? Cramps, tingling, cold feet, or heavy legs? I'm Dr. Eva Ross. Stay steady, stay strong, and remember, better circulation doesn't start with fear. It starts with small corrections you can actually do today.